Very good afternoon, everyone. We just planned PFSD and MSWD SDP project demonstration for throughout 6 days in the afternoon session. So what we're going to do is we are just going to demonstrate a simple project which we given in the SDP document. So let me open that document also. So PFSD separate and MSWD separate. So we just given two links. One is for MSWD and second one is for PFSD. So as we given YouTube live link during this session, if you got any, if you're stuck with any kind of issue and all, you can either way backward option and then come line again, come live again. So you just in sync with me while I'm doing the project. So the main agenda of this class is something like throughout the 6 days. So first 3 days will be taken by one faculty, that's by me, and next 3 days will be taken by other faculty. So we are going to take a project called a Student Academic Course Management System, where we are going to develop front-end, middleware, and backend. So front-end, we are going to use HTML, JavaScript, and CSS with Bootstrap. Backend, we are going to use PostgreSQL, and middleware, it is Django framework. So as you all know that as part of your PFSD course, you are learning two types of web frameworks. One is Flask and second one is Django. But at the end, your skill development project must be developed by using Django only. So what are the prerequisites for this class for the throughout 6 days? You make sure that you have Python 3.10 or above version. And second one is PyCharm Community Edition. And the third one is PostgreSQL. So first two are mandatory for today's class. PostgreSQL will either way start from tomorrow. Today, it is all about creating projects. It is all about creating applications. And it is all about creating some HTML files and linking to Django framework. So tomorrow we are going to start writing the backend connectivity also. So by tomorrow's class, you just come with PostgreSQL also if that software is not available on your laptop. So you can get this document from your section faculty, your PFSD or MSWD faculty. So we already shared these two documents, PFSD SDP and MSWD SDP documents with respective section faculty of your PFSD course or MSWD course. So this link is only for PFSD students and the other link is for MSWD students. Perfect. So let me just start my introduction. So you just need to, let me just talk about what is web framework. What is web framework? So it is used to develop. It is used to develop web applications, which includes some web resources like some images, files, documents, and all, and some kind of web services if you want, and like RESTful web services and SOAP web services. We have many web services that we can talk it later, and some APIs if you want to include, some location API, some payment gateway API, or some other APIs we can include. So we are going to use a web application where it contains some set of resources, some web services, and some APIs. So regarding Python web frameworks I'm talking about, so they are mainly two web frameworks. The first one is Flask and second one is Django. So never ever don't call it as the Django, it is Django always. So Django. So what is Django? If anyone asks like what is meant by Django, just tell them it is a Python web framework which we have to use to develop web application. Sir, what is web application? So what is web application? Web application contains total 3 modules to develop. The first one is front end. We call it as front end, and front end is also called as presentation logic. So even if you're stuck with any point while I'm explaining or while I'm demonstrating in PyCharm, or if you got any doubt and all, just you have a YouTube link. You can go either way. Like you can use backward and forward option either way. So the next one is middleware. We call it as business logic. And the next one is backend. So backend is called as what? Database. So database, we call it as persistence logic. I repeat, persistence logic. Sir, what is front end? Front end is something like you're going to develop some UI, user interface. So something, registration form, login form, all kind of contact form, query form. There are a lot of forms that you've been seeing in real-time applications, right? So those forms will be developed by user interface. Sir, which technologies we are going to use to develop this user interface? You can use HTML, hypertext markup language, and CSS, cascading style sheets, and with the Bootstrap also, so that the look and feel will be very good if you use Bootstrap and all. And we are going to use JavaScript. Sir, what is HTML? HTML is used to develop some static web pages. That means you can't even write a web page to connect with the database. You can only display the data whatever you want. And coming to CSS, cascading style sheets, where you can use to style the data. So this is to just to display the data only. Data means you can display images, you can display forms. So you can display images, or you can use forms and all. You can use some anchor tags. Anchor tags, we call it as links, so etc. And CSS is something like we can style the data. Right. So we are just going to use CSS to style the data. That means if you just design a web page, but I want to apply some, I just want to apply some styles to have some look and feel and all. So apply CSS, and you can apply CSS along with Bootstrap also. Bootstrap is something like to make your application as responsive web application. Sir, what is responsive web application? So for example, when you go to kaleuniversity.in website, so let me just open kaleuniversity.in. So when you open kaleuniversity.in, so you just go to right click and inspect. So here you see when you select, for example, iPhone XR. You know, if you open this kaleuniversity.in website in your iPhone or any kind of mobile and all, so the width and height is fit to your mobile. That is responsive, right? So if you just choose, for example, iPad. So if you open iPad, so the website is just fit to your device, right? So which is called as responsive, right? So this we call it as responsive actually. Now coming to JS. So JS is something like JavaScript. So JavaScript is used to, let me just use all small letters. I habituated to use the capital letters first. Yeah, JavaScript to validate the data. You know something, generally, when you just fill the form and all, the best example is, let me just show you the best example we have. So let me go to example called as our ERP website. So in the ERP website, so this is the page where this developed in HTML. So login page is there. This is the form which is developed by using HTML. Now, when you don't enter anything in the username and password field, when you directly click on login button, for example, it is just highlighting some validation errors. So this can be done by using JavaScript. So JavaScript is something like to validate the data. So I'm done with the front end part, which is called as presentation logic. So we are going to develop what we call user interface. So what technologies we are going to use? HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap and JavaScript. I want to add one point here. That is a note point here. You no need to use HTML always. You can either use React.js or you can use Angular.js also. So in the next time, in your 2.2, when you are done with your MSW course, so you can apply, instead of HTML, you can apply React.js also. So for now, as you don't know React and Angular, just create HTML files for your front end. So you no need to create React or Angular. So some people are, maybe they are going for self-learning and all, even in 2.1 itself. So if they well known about React and all, for the front end purpose, they can use React. But for now, you can use HTML enough instead of React and Angular.js. Now coming to middleware. Middleware is something like we are going to use server-side code. Server-side, this is called as server-side programming. Server-side programming means we are going to use Django. Sir, what is the server-side programming? I'll tell you. So we are going to use what? Django. And coming to backend, we are going to use what? Database. So as I told, there are three modules. The first one is front end, and the second one is middleware, and the last one is what? Backend. Right. So in the backend, we are going to use either PostgreSQL, because this is part of your DBMS, or you can use MySQL also, and you can use MongoDB also. So for now, you can use either PostgreSQL or MySQL. As you're using PostgreSQL in DBMS subject, so you can use you can use PostgreSQL as in your SDP project also. But if you know, for example, MySQL, you can use MySQL also. But my complete demonstration is based on PostgreSQL only. So these are the three modules we have. And let me just talk about one point, which is called as three-tier architecture. Three-tier architecture. So three-tier architecture. Three-tier architecture means we are going to have three parts. One is called as client, and second one is called as server, and last one is called as database. Sir, what is client? Client is something like simple thing. It is front end. Client is front end. And what is server? Server is something like middleware. Middleware. And what is database? Database is something like your backend. Backend. Backend is database. Backend connectivity means you are going to write the server side code. You are going to write the server side code. So to connect with the database. I hope you're getting. What server will do? So client will send the request to the client will send the request to the server. I hope you know that. Client will send the request to the server. So what server will do? Server will take the request. For example, how client will send the request? So this is the URL. So let me take this URL as the let me just let me take confirmation from students, like whether it is audible or not. I think I'm talking about only the MSWD. Students, can you just give me a reply in the chat, like, so whether it is audible or not, and my screen is visible perfectly or not? Students in the class, those who are watching this PFSD demonstration. Perfect, perfect. Go on, guys. Can you just give me some, at least one student from every room, so that we can continue? Thank you so much for your responses. Thank you, Shanmukh Harshavardhan. Let me just stop this slow mode also, so that you can just give me a perfect replies, so that we can concentrate on SDP. Okay, don't worry. I'll be there to demonstrate the SDP project. Thank you so much, Arjun, Manish Raj, Pavan Sai, Srinivas. Let us all use this chat for only professional way and all. I hope you are all professional students, and don't do any kind of spamming and all in the, because this video it is very important. Once you go home also, you can just check this video for the SDP demonstration, right? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Perfect, Monica. Perfect. So I can go ahead. My room is very perfect, and the network connection is very fine. I can go ahead, right? So client. So let me just take the ERP. So the client will send the request. The client will send the request in the form of URL. So what is the URL? So erp.in, index.jsp. So what server will do? Server will take the request from the client. So what is the request? The entire URL. And it will go to this website, newerp.kuniversity.in. So there is a server in the, like, I think in our college, like Yale University 6th floor, our ERP server is going on. And in the IDE, there is a code. So that code contains number of HTML files and number of PHP files, right? Our ERP website is developed in PHP, right? So server will check whether this index.jsp is there or not. So it will send the response to the client. For example, instead of index.jsp, let me check, for example, some by default.php. For example, surya.php. I just want to request for surya.php. So now I'm not file not found. This is a response I'm getting. So either if the file is there, I'll get the web page. So how I'll get the web page? Index.jsp, I got the response. If file is not there, I'll get the response as file not found. Sometimes you'll get 404 found and all. So that is how the server responds and all. Now, client will send the request to the server, and server will send the request to the client. Now, you already know about HTML and all, at least some basics. So let's start about Django. So Django framework. So what is Django? I can say a simple point that it's a Python web framework. It's a Python web framework used to develop web applications. In with a feature called as rapid development feature. Rapid development feature. I'll talk about what is rapid development feature and all. And let us all see what are the advantages of Django. Django. Never ever don't call it as Django, it is Django. So the first one, it is of course secure because you can just implement some kind of secure kind of mechanisms and all so that no one can hack the website. And the next one is which is scalable. Scalable means what? You can just implement this application in large systems and all. For example, if you want to implement this application for huge number of users and all, still it is feasible. So third one is rapid development feature. Third one is rapid development feature. What is rapid development feature? A rapid development feature is something like you can develop this web application using Django in less time. And the fourth one is secure, scalable, and rapid. It contains some predefined libraries, so where you can use them directly in your project. And the next one is it contains some vast community also. We have some Django community so plenty number of users will be there, Django developers and all. So whenever you pose any kind of question, so when you post any question in the community, so a number of people will access. So there are number of communities. We have AWS community, Azure community, and all like that. We have communities for. And sixth one is it's just something like we can develop web applications for different domains also, for different domains. Like you can develop domains, like you can develop a hospital domain, and you can just develop a banking domain, and you can develop a finance domain. So there are many kind of domains we can use to develop these Django applications. So these are the main advantages we have. And so what we'll do is, let me just talk about the softwares. So I hope everyone is having 3.10 or above version. And the next one is PyCharm IDE. You just need to download only community edition only. And the next one is PostgreSQL. I can just give you time so that you can be ready with by tomorrow's class, because I'm not going to start database today. I'm going to start Django application creation, app creation, and what files to be created, what is Django project structure and all. We'll discuss everything along with the Git also. So make sure everyone in this class, make sure you have an account in projects.keluniversity.in. Let me give you here. Okay, let me give you here. And let me give you here projects.keluniversity.in. Right. So if you got any doubt and all, you just go to you can just use the back. You can just backward. You can use resume or pause the video. You can view the previous part also if you have any doubts. So far we discussed about what is this web framework, how many web frameworks we have. Totally 2. There are many web frameworks. There are more than 10 web frameworks we have in the Python, but we are using Flask and Django. So we are using only Django to develop skill development project. SDP is something like skill development project. I hope you're already done with your review 1. And 3 modules: front end, middleware, and third one is what? Backend. Front end is something like user interface. You can use technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Middleware is like Django. And backend is something like PostgreSQL. I'm using PostgreSQL. What is 3-tier architecture? Client, server, database. So client will send the request to the server. Server will respond to the client request, and he'll send the response to the client. So Django framework. So what is Django framework? It is a Python web framework used to develop web applications with a rapid development feature. So we have some advantages. It is secure, scalable. Scalable means like, so so it is measurable. Like even if you use this application for the huge number of users also, so we can measure it. So it is feasible to have plenty number of users also who are accessing the application at a time. Third one is rapid application development, less time. You can develop applications in less time. And we have some predefined libraries also. And vast community, we have a community called as Django community. So where you can ask any doubts also. So many people who are using Django framework can reply to your questions. And we can develop web applications for different domains also. So softwares, what are the softwares? PyCharm Python 3. First, we need to have Python. So in the document, we have given the link clearly. So in the link, you can download your PFSD students. I hope you are already ready with Python as well as PyCharm, right? So those who are not having Surface, we have given the links directly. You can download. So you just need to download only community edition only, not professional one. And you can find out the softwares for every OS, for Mac OS, for Windows OS also, and PostgreSQL for database. All of you make sure that you have account in projects.kuniversity.in. I hope you got my point. So let me just right. So let me just take a confirmation for students so that can you guys okay, so that we can just continue? So we can just continue with this session. Let me just open PyCharm. Let me explain the project, what we are going to do. So can you just confirm in the chat, everybody in the chat? Ashwardhan, thank you so much. Go on, remaining members. Perfect then. Okay. Thank you so much. So let's start our the project actually. So the project is called as Student Academic Course Management System. And and one more thing, if you have any doubts regarding the previous content, you can just either way check the live once you go home also. So the recording will be there in YouTube live itself. You're recording. You can check the previous part also. The project is Student Academic Project Management System. We have 3 roles actually. One is admin, second one is student, and third one is faculty. So what admin will do? So admin will log in, and he will add students, he will view student, he will update the student, and he will delete the students. And what other operation will be done by admin? So he will add faculty, he will view faculty, he will update the faculty, he will delete the faculty members, right? Now what is the other operation he can do? He can add the course, he can view the course, he can update the course, he can delete the course, he can delete the course. What is the next step? He will do faculty and course mapping. That means admin is something like HOD, right? He's a super admin guy. He's a department admin actually. So he will take the course, he will take the faculty, and he will map it. So for example, Surya is teaching PFSD course, like some other faculty is teaching MSWD, some other faculty is teaching. So we have a set of courses every year and every semester, academic year wise, for every batch, second year and third year and fourth year. And we have set of faculty, we will map it. So who is going to do? Admin. So faculty course mapping, right? Coming to student. So student will log in, because who is going to add the students? The admin. So while adding the admin, we are going to add with the password, with some by default password, so that we can give a chance like change password to the student. So after login, he can, if you want, he can change the password, and he can check the profile, which is called as student profile, and he will check the course registration. I mean, he will do course registration, doing course registration. That means he will have a set of courses and he will do registration part. And then, so he will check he will view course content uploaded by the faculty, and he will view attendance. So these are the modules we are going to, so login module, which is login module, and student profile module, course module, and attendance module, and course content module. So what faculty will do? Faculty will log in. Of course, he can change the password. Of course, he can change the password. He can change password. Of course, he can change the password. And he can change the password, and faculty can view the profile actually. And after faculty, you know something, faculty course mapping done by admin, right? So I can have an option called as view courses. So let me just show you a best example. I can show you a best example. Let me log in into my ERP actually. Okay. Let me log in into my ERP. So when I just open my ERP, for example, so I have a provision of courses module. Here I have a my courses, right? So like this, I'm going to apply option called as my courses. Who is going to do? A faculty. So when I click on my courses, I have to select academic year and semester. For example, odd semester, get courses. So I have all the courses like second year. If I am allocated to second year courses, only second year courses will be visible, but I am in second year as well as third year. So some of the second year courses and third year courses are visible. So like this, we are going to display. And there is one option called as register. We call it as what? Taking attendance. Taking attendance. So taking attendance. After taking attendance, faculty want to upload the course content. So there is one option called as material. So click on it. So there is an option called as add material. So like that, we are going to have an option called as upload content. Upload content. Upload course content. So this is how we are going to develop throughout the three 6 days actually, and 3 modules. Admin module. Some people will call it as admin student faculty as a module, and the remaining operations call it as sub modules. Some people will call it as admin student faculty as roles, and they will perform some modules, login module. So finally, I can write modules as authentication module. Actually, we call it as authentication module, login, registration, and all. And then we have a faculty module. So that means faculty cred operations. And then student module, we have a student cred, and we have a course module. That is student cred. And the next one is attendance module. And the last one is course content module. So this is how we are going to develop throughout the 6 days. So this is my introduction. Perfect. Now, perfect. So now, now open PyCharm. Now open PyCharm. So I'm just going to open PyCharm now, community edition. Open PyCharm, community edition. So once you open PyCharm and all, just go to file and click on option called as close project. So as I'm done with the some introduction part and all, as I started the demonstration now, the project creation and all, if you got any doubts and all, you can just skip to previous content, previous time and all. You can just check the steps and do it. So I hope you are doing along with me. Right now, you will be in this window actually, and I'm just going to my folder actually, and let me go to a D drive, odd semester, and so I'm just going to create a folder called as skill week. You also do along with me, skill week. So skill week, I just created a folder called as skill week. Okay, make sure there is no spaces in the folder, otherwise it will be a problem. So make sure whenever you create any folder, make sure there is no spaces. At least you can use underscore between. Right. So skill week. So now go to your PyCharm. So there is one option called as here there is an option called as new project. Let me just show that new project. So click on new project. Click on new project. Here in the new project, so click on browse button. Actually, there is a browse button actually, right? So browse button. Click on browse button. Now it is asking you to choose the folder. So choose skill week folder actually, skill week, and click on OK. Okay. Now once you have chosen the specific path and all, give slash here, and just give SDP project. So let me just highlight this point. So I'm just talking about path. Path is something like slash skill week and SDP project. I repeat, SDP project. I repeat again, SDP project. And new environment using virtual env. There are different types of environments we have. So which we call it as what? Virtual env. So sir, what is virtual env? I'll tell you regarding virtual env once we create a project. So virtual env is called as virtual environment. So we are going to create a separate environment called as virtual environment. I'll tell you what is virtual environment, right? Then location will be D drive ODSM folder skill week SDP project / VNV. So what is the virtual env name? VNV. VNV is nothing but virtual env. Virtual env, that is environment. And interpreter is 3.1. Some people will have 3.9. Some people will have 3.10. Some people will have 3.10. No problem. And then there's a one option called as create a main.py welcome script. You can check or uncheck, that's your wish. If you check that, the file will be created, but there is no use of main.py. It is optional. So you can check, you can uncheck this option. Repeating again, location, you have to browse and choose SDP skill week. And then, so SDP project is not there. I provided. So new folder will be created. I'll show you. And then virtual env and then the location, right? Now click on create. Click on create. So the new environment is getting created and the project also will be created, which the project name is what? SDP project. So project, it is not just project, actually it is a folder. So let me check here, right? So SDP project is created with VNV as a virtual environment, right? I'll tell you. Right. Right. So the project got created. So let me just go to terminal actually. So go to terminal. So here we got D drive 2023-24 odd semester skill week SDP project. Skill week SDP project. Right. Right. So now, so let me just check the Python version, Python version. So let me just open Python hyphen version. So in my case, it is 3.11.1. You can check in your case also, Python hyphen version. Right. Now make sure it is virtual env, VNV is enabled. So if you now I'll tell you what is VNV now. So very important one. What is VNV? You know something? There is a one folder called as skill week. I hope you all already know. And there is a one project called as what? I mean folder called as what? SDP project. So in this we have a project called as what? SDP project. And now in the SDP project, I want to create a multiple projects. For example, I want to create a student management system project, and I want to create a banking and finance project, and I want to create a rental management system project, for example, 3 projects. So now those 3 projects will be available in this SDP project 3. So, but the problem is if you create 3 projects with the same virtual, I mean, without virtual environment. So the problem is whatever the modules you have installed in the SMS project, right? So those modules you can directly use in BFS project, and those packages we can use in RMS project also. But our intention is not like that. So whatever the packages I'm going to install in SMS project, that will be available for only SMS project only. And whatever the packages I'm going to install in BFS project, that must be available in BFS project only. And whatever the packages I'm going to install in RMS project, that must be available in RMS project only. So what I'm going to do so in order to implement this, I'm going to use a concept called as virtual environment. So what is virtual environment? Virtual environment is something like, it's just something like isolated environment. What is isolated? If I create SMS project, so whatever the packages that are going to be installed, what are the packages that are going to be installed in SMS project will be applicable to the same project only. So isolated only. For example, if you want to install in BFS project, for example, if you don't implement BFS project, if you implement a BFS project without virtual environment, whatever the packages you install for SMS project, you can take it directly. But as you implemented SMS project in virtual environment, so you just need to again install the packages for BFS project also. That means we are just separating the environments for every project. That means you don't create all the projects in one folder. I mean, not in one folder actually, not in the same virtual environments. So as it is SDP project with BENV, so create a separate project, SDP project 2. So that is separate environment. SDP project 3, separate environment. SDP project 4, separate environment. So what is the advantage, sir? Advantage is very simple. Whatever the packages I'm using for one project, that will be applied to that project only. I can't use for other project. So my intention is you just use a virtual environment. You don't need to create separately. Automatically while creating projects itself, PyCharm IDE will create virtual env for your project. So I already got virtual VENV. So this is the VENV. I hope you got my point. Now, so without any doubt, so what we'll do is, so let us all go to VENV, CD space VENV. And in VENV, what is the folders we have? We have scripts folder. I want scripts actually. So CD space scripts. You can use tab actually, tab. Now, so just use activate. So when you click on activate, this virtual env will be activated. When you click on deactivate, so it will be deactivated. I hope you're getting. So let me activate only. Okay, it is asking me to use ./activate. You don't need to do these steps actually. You don't need to do these steps because it is either way activated. You don't need to do the steps. Okay. CD space CD space . Now I am in what? SDP project. Now we just need to install. So I just talked about what is Django. Till now I just talked about what is Django. After demonstration of web application, what is Django framework and its advantages. And I just already had a talk about the virtual environment also. And we created one folder which is called as SDP environment. Right. Now, perfect. So we just need to install a package called as Django. So it is never ever, don't call it as a Django, it is Django. So pip install Django. So let me type here, pip install Django. So make sure the internet connection is there. So otherwise, so you just need to have proper internet connection to install this package, which is called as Django. So in order to implement Django related libraries and all, we need to have a package called as Django in our project actually. So install. Right. So I'm just checking the Django version. The latest version is 4.2.4. Just check the version also. And where we can find this. So just go to file actually. Go to settings. And here in the search bar, type interpreter. So you can see project name as SDP project and Python interpreter. So check this interpreter. So here, so when you just install Django, all the remaining remaining ASG, pip already is there, and SQL parse, tjet data and wheel. There are some other packages also got installed. So mainly Django must be there. Version is 4.2.4. and latest version is 4.2.4 only. So this is how you have to check by using settings and Python interpreter. So click on OK. Click on OK. Got OK. Click on OK. Click on OK. Right. So I installed Django. So now let us all create project, create Django project, create Django project. So how to create that? Simple. Django hyphen admin hyphen start project, and the project name is student SMS project. SMS means students management system or course management system. I hope you're getting. Perfect. So create Django project, Django hyphen admin space start project. So let me this command here, Django hyphen admin hyphen start project, and then project name. What is that? SMS project. So check the paths clearly. I'm going to create an SDP project. Make sure BNB is enabled. Okay. Faculty are requested to check with the students and those. I hope make sure they are following all the steps and all. So before going for the break, they just need to be ready with the project creation, and they just need to be ready with the Django installed in their system. Okay, right. So SMS project is created. Let me check that. So project is created, SMS project. So in the SMS project, as per the Django project structure, another folder will be created. I'll tell you again that. And there is a one file called as manage.py. So what is there in SMS project? Init file, that is like constructor. Initialization file, whenever the project is initialized, that file will be invoked. And ASGI, asynchronous gateway interface, I'll tell you about that. Settings.py, for every project, one settings.py file will be there. So for every Django project, only one settings.py file will be there. So will be there, and it contains project settings, project configuration, I can say, project configuration, and some predefined apps or some predefined libraries, and some database configuration. So all the configuration details will be there in the settings.py. Only one settings.py file will be there. I hope you're getting right. Now let me just go to CD space. We just need to go to that project. So you can use tab actually. You don't need to type, just type yes and use tab SMS project. Now just see ls. Ls means, so this is the main SMS project. In that there is a subfolder called as SMS project. That is how the Django structure will be, right? The Django structure is something like, whenever you create any Django project, SMS project, it contains again the subfolder as Django, the same project name. So which contains some set of Python files. Now we need manage.py. Sir, what is manage.py? So settings.py contains all configuration details. Sir, what is manage.py? Manage.py is used to run the server, and manage.py it is used to run the server, and it is used to manage database operations. So we call it as migrations. What is a migration? Migration is something like, so we just need to migrate the data from project to the database. Okay, so we just need to migrate the data from project to the database. So that is called as moving the data from project to the database. That is called as migration. Migration means what? Transfer, right? Transfer. So operations. And now right. I hope in some in some classrooms, like there may be net issues and all. So faculty faculty are asked to faculty are asked to like faculty are asked to project the. I hope everyone is projecting the YouTube link in the projector so that students can follow. If you have any internet connections and all, so ask them to go home. I mean they will just go home and they'll check the recording either way. Yeah. Right. Right. So manage.py is used to run the server. So what is the command? How to run the server? So every time you just need to remember this command. So the command is to run Django project. That means running the server. Running the server. So Python space. So how to execute Python file? Python space manage.py run server. So don't even touch the code of manage.py. So this is the file created all by the Django. So you don't check this. This file is used to run the server directly. So already all kind of settings already given directly. So we just need to run the server. So now run the server. Python space manage.py run server. So the project is running and let me just click on this link. You just right click on the link and choose option called as open in Chrome. Open in Chrome. So here the link is this is the by default link. So now we got the link. So 8000. So 8000 is a port number. Is a by default port number. You can change that port number also. I'll tell you how to change that port number. And right click on this and click on open in Chrome. Open in Chrome. Open in Chrome. So how to so I just stopped the so sorry, I just stopped the server actually, that's why. So let me just start again. So this server must be running, then only you can run the project. So I already opened, let me refresh this. So I got the Django. The install worked successfully, congratulations. So if you've done this step like project creation and all, that means you're done with the you're done with the Django setup. So let me just wait for 5 to 10 minutes so that we can create the remaining files and all along with the apps and all, right? So let me hold on for next 10 minutes. Right. Uh, whoever done with the task, can you just mention in the chat actually? So I'm just enabling the chat. So if you have any doubts, you can contact us after 5:20, and you can contact your section faculty and wherever you're in the room allocated. So you can ask your doubts and all. So I'll rectify whatever the error you get. So make sure you're done with the task, whatever I'm going to complete in the today's session. So you'll be ready by the next class. Okay. Right. So just confirm, like, I hope you're perfect, Ritik Sai. I'm very happy to see all these messages and all, like, yeah. Right. Use this chat for the professional purpose, and make sure. So if you have any doubts, you just ask your faculty who are in your room. Gautam, very perfect. Tarun, super. Go on. I know there are some of the rooms where internet connectivity problem is there. Don't worry about that. You can go home and you can use the same link and you can check the entire recording and you can complete the task. No problem, guys. No problem. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Don't worry. So don't worry about that. Even if you're facing internet issues, no problem. Don't worry about it. Right. Perfect, Gautam. Perfect. Suman, it will not be deleted, Suman. Yeah, you can check the recording through the same link, YouTube link. So this is the same link actually. So you can pass this. You can just forward. You can backward. You can like do anything. Perfect. So let me continue. The project creation and all, so that after half an hour, three. Super Srinivas, super. Right. So now, so you just use Control C, So how to run by using different port number? Simple. Use upper arrow. So for example, I want to run with 20. My ID 4654. Done. So just run server. So click on this. Right click on this. Open in Chrome. Perfect. So I got 4654. So you can change like this also. So let me just copy that. Yeah, the same one. So I just want to use any port number 4654, right? Now the link will be 127.0.01 4654. Super. Now you just need to use control. You just need to use Control C. Some people will use Control Z also. Let me just use the proper one. Control break. Some people will use Control break also. Control. So just use Control Z. Generally, I use Control C. So to stop the server actually. So let us all use this. Control plus C to stop the server. Stop the server. So now make sure you're in the SDP. So let me check LS. So your path must be skill week. Let me just highlight this SDP project, SMS project. So you must be in the SMS project only. I hope you're getting. You must be in the SMS project only. Now here, let us all create app. So we already created project. Now what is the project name? The project name is SMS project. SDP project is not the project. It is a folder only. So I just given a name as SDP project. But in that, what is my Django project name? SMS project. Now we are going to create app. Sir, what is app? Generally, whatever the modules you want to implement, every module can be considered as one app. So generally, app means module. So let me take admin app, generally admin app, and then student app. So let me take admin app, and the next one is student app, and the next one is what? Faculty app. That's all. So let's create 3 apps. Okay. So how to create that, sir? Django admin start app name. What is the app name? Admin app. So now Django hyphen admin space start app space app name. What is the app name? Admin app. So now see. So you just need to create an SMS project, not outside of that. So SMS, I am in SMS project. So there are two types of SMS project. One is root folder. In that again we have SMS project. So you just need to create in root SMS project. So let's create the next one. The second one is student app. And let's create in the next one. The next one is faculty app. Next one is faculty app. Right. Now go to your SMS project, and here we have a called as urls.py. So urls.py. Now urls.py. And in the SMS project, so I just want to concentrate one thing here. So some files. Now I just want to concentrate one thing. If it is project or app, we call it as Django project or app. Sir, what is project? What is app? Project is something like main project, so which contains some set of modules. So every module will be treated as one app. Some people will create admin app, student app, faculty app, and course app also. So I just want to give courses in the admin only, because admin is the one who is going to add the courses. So app. If it is Django project or Django app, you just need to concentrate on some files. The main one is urls.py and the next one is views.py. Sir, what is urls.py? Urls.py is for routing purpose, and views.py where we are going to have some functions. So Python functions with some code. That code is called your Django code. That is called as server side code. So routing is called as what? So what is routing? Routing is something like we are going to use a method called as path, which contains three arguments. So what is the first argument? First argument is URI. Sir, what is URI? Simple. URI is something like, for example, let me take this one. So URI. So here, let me take /demo. Let me take /Surya. Let me take /KLU. Let me take /home. So here it's something like URI is something like universal resource identifier. So here we call it as slash as URI. I hope you're getting, and demo as URI. You can give any name actually. Surya as URI and KLU as URI and home as URI. I hope you're getting. And what URI is done. Sir, what is the second argument? So the first argument is what? URI. So what is the second argument? The second argument is views dot method name. For example, I want to write a code for this. So whenever user give this one demo, so I want to execute a function called as demo function. So where we are going to write this function, demo function, we have to write in views.py. So view is something like your server side code, right? Views.py. Whatever the function that has to be executed for every URI, that function code, that definition of the function must be written in views.py. So third one, what is third one? Third one is something like URL name. You have to provide one name for the URL so that you can use the URL names later. I'll tell you when we have to use and all. So you have to give demo and all, demo or any kind of no. So what is views.py? The functions with the server code. And what is URI? Universal resource identifier. So there are three parameters. First one is URI. Second one is views.method name. Next one is URL name. Apart from urls.py and views.py, we have one file called as WSGI. What is WSGI? We are not going to use that, but I'll tell you what is WSGI. So I want to tell you one thing called as web server gateway interface. Sir, what is web server gateway interface? It is something like it is an interface between web server. So you're using one server, right? What is a server? Django server only. So it is an inbuilt server. It is an inbuilt server. So inbuilt server and web application. It is an interface between web application and the web server. So which is called as web server. That means what? If so the communication, so it will establish the communication between web server and the application. So that means client will give the request to the web application. So whenever I want to access web application, server will take the request and it will process the request. It will send the response, right? So we will take the request and it will process the request and it will give the response to the client. This is how the flow response. Now there are two types of web server gateway interfaces. So which we call it as WSGI. So there are two types. The one is WSGI. The second one is ASGI. So what is ASGI? ASGI is something like asynchronous, and WSGI is something like synchronous. Asynchronous and synchronous. There are two types of communications. So this we have to use for asynchronous communication, and this we have to use for asynchronous communication. So based on the note point, based on the project requirements, you can use either synchronous communication or asynchronous communication. Synchronous or asynchronous. So synchronous asynchronous communications are something like one communicate. So there are communications something like I want to send single request. I can send only single request at a time, and I can send multiple requests at a time. So if I send single request at a time, so until I get the acknowledgement for that request, I can't send the second request, right or not? And if that is a one way. Second way is something like if I keep on sending requests and all, so sending multiple requests at a time, sending one request at a time. So either you can use asynchronous or synchronous. So you can choose either synchronous or asynchronous communication. So you're already learning at computer networks, synchronous or asynchronous communication. So just I'm telling what is web server gateway interface, but we are not using that in our project. Okay. When you go for real-time application, when you go for internet interview purpose and all, they will ask you what is web server gateway interface. It is an interface between web server and the web application, right? So that means communication between both. So there are two types. So you can send single request at a time. Who is going to send the request? Client. Or you can send multiple requests at a time. Right, single request and multiple requests at a time. Now the point is, so right now what we'll do is let me create path of I'm not writing anything because I just want to write for path of. So before going to write this, for example, let's create views.py. Right click on this, Python views.py. So go to views.py. Here, dev space. For example, demo function. Right. Return space. HTTP response of, for example, PFSD SDP project. So just put your cursor like this and import the package. Sir, what is this HTTP response? So HTTP response is something like to display the text on the browser. Right. So HTTP response. Now go to urls.py here, comma. Next we have to add next path. I told already there are three arguments, right? Path contains three arguments. What are they? URI, comma, views method, and next one is URL name. So let's write. The first one is I want to write for double. I don't want to mention. For example, let me mention demo. For example, demo. Right now, views dot. So I'm not getting suggestions here. So here you just write from dot import views. import views. From dot import views. Sir, what is dot? So let me write in comments here. Hash. Hash is the hash you can use for comments and all. So represents dot represents current directory. What is that current directory? So what is the current directory? My current directory is SMS project. SMS project is there in main SMS project. Main SMS project is there in the SDP project. So what is the current directory? Current directory is the SMS project. This is my current directory. From that I'm importing what? Views. So views dot, let me write views dot, so demo function. So remove the braces, comma, name is equal to, let me write URL name, demo. So you no need to follow same name. So this URI and the URL name can be different also, no problem, right? So comma, make sure you have given comma here. Okay. So now let me run this. Let me run this. So Python space, you can use up arrow, Python space, manage.py 4654. Right. Now, so let me just open in Chrome. So I got page not found error. Why we got page not found error? Because if you take this, I'll demonstrate everything through errors only, because you will get a lot of errors while doing the project. So I'll demonstrate the project like that only. Okay. Don't think that I'm getting errors and all. No, my teaching is something like I'll teach through errors only. So let me copy that. So now we have a slash here. So slash is the URL. There is again we have slash demo. Now what you have to do? So let's do one thing. Here you just give just double quotes. And when you give double quotes, so you got one error that not found slash. So no need to give slash here, just double quotes only. Automatically the server is getting refreshed. That means the project got deployed. Now the server is getting restarted, right? Restarted. So now go to this refresh. So refresh. Now demo function takes 0 position arguments. So go to views.py here. Here you just need to write request. Here you just need to write request. So because we are taking the request from the client, so that request we need to take for the server side code. So I already told that views.py will take the request from the client. So now refresh. So you got PFSD project. I'm done. We got PFSD project. Now go to that urls.py, views.py. You can add, let me take another one. Let me copy paste this. So let me take demo function 1, and I can use some h3 tag also, h3 close. So let me take h3 close. So for example, I'll write KL University, right? Now come to urls.py. Let me add another path. So you just need to make sure that there is a comma here. So everything is like that. You need to write multiple paths. So we call it as routing. We are writing the routing. What has to be happen for slash? What has to be happen for demo? Like that we are writing for every routing and all. Now, next one will write for demo actually, comma, views dot demo function, and the name is equal to demo1, right? So now I'm just refreshing this. So when you give slash demo1, so sorry, it is not demo1, it is demo. So we got KL University. So like that, let me write for the next part also. So this is demo2, and let me write, for example, student management system. Student academic management system. You can use any tags also. So let me use font tag, and here also font tag. Font tag. So now let me just use color. So you just need to use single quotes because you are in double quotes. So in the double quotes, we have to use single quotes. My server still is on. Otherwise, you can stop and it just get reloading. Whenever you do any modifications, the server will get reloaded. So now let me take a green color. And so first one is what? slash, I'm done. Next one is what? Slash is done. Next one is what? Slash demo, I'm done. The next one is what? Slash demo one. So I am just forgetting everything. I need to write the path here, right? Yeah, path of demo one, comma, views dot demo function two, comma, name is equal to demo two. So give comma here. And just wait. So here we got error that not found demo one. So now it is getting, just wait for some time, it is get reloading. So refresh. So we got student academic management system. Perfect. So I'm done with three demos actually. So let me take a break. So between break up to 3:40 p.m. So we'll start the class again at 3:40. So we'll continue this session. Perfect. So let's continue this. Now we are going to create some HTML files and all. Right. So now, so now we are just going to now. So the thing is like I already shown you how to render this the how to use this URLs and all in the app part. So now let us all go to the app part. So now what I'm going to do is let me go to admin app now. Or let us all do one thing before going to admin app. Here I'm just going to cover my HTML part also, so that then we go to admin part. Now here, go to views.py. So demo, def, def, def. So let me create a home function, and request. Home function request of, I hope I, home first function request of. Here my server is running like anything. So it is just refreshing every time. For every modification, the server is getting restarted. Okay. Yeah. So now return space. So there is a one method called as render. So let me use that, render of request comma. So we just need to pass the request comma, which HTML file you want to pass. So let me take index.html. Index.html. So here place your cursor and import this name. So there are two things. This we need to import. So we got that imported. So now here if you see, it will take time to refresh. Right. Meanwhile, go to urls.py, and here path of, let me take home comma use dot, what is the function name? Home function, where it is going to display. So home, you can take home URL also, or you can take main also, your wish. You can take any name, that's your wish. So comma. So now, so when you just go to browser, so just go to browser. Let me execute again. Slash means PFSD project. Slash demo means Kale University. Demo 1 means Student Academic Management System. And now we have to execute what? This one. What is that? Home. So let me execute slash home. So what is the error you got? Template doesn't exist at home. So index.html is not there. So very important part. Very important. So we are going for next one, that is called as home. So home will render a new HTML file called as index.html to render index.html. So what is meant by template? Template is called as HTML files. So in Django, HTML files are called as templates. So we need to create this index.html. So what we need to do? So do one thing. Before that, I just want to tell you one thing. So let me stop the server. You know already how to stop the server. Control C, and everyone make sure that you are in SDP project / SMS project. I hope you're getting. When you click on LS, you need to have these apps and all along with manage.py. Otherwise, you'll get one error that manage.py file is not found. So you need to change the location like using CD space. I hope you're getting. You can watch the previous part. Right. Now, I just stopped the server. So let me go to the main SMS. Let me go to settings.py in the SMS project. So go to settings.py. Here you just need to mention the apps already, all the apps. So there is a one. So there are some predefined apps we have, admin, auth, content type, sessions and all. So let us all implement the remaining apps also. The first one is admin app. Whatever the code, whatever the database you are going to implement in those apps, so that must be given in the settings.py. Then only your changes will be migrated. So next one is what? Student app. The next one is what? Faculty app. Faculty app. So comma. And here there is a one part called as allowed host. This allowed host must be, so if you want to allow star, for example, star means what? If you can, any kind of IP address will allow. Okay. If you just give only K University IP address, for example, only request will be taken from that IP address only. So you can restrict the IP address also. So from which IP address I want to take the request. So if you give star, so star means what? Star means any IP address, any IP address. Now the next part. So go to templates part. So here is a template. There is a one thing called as DARs. So what is DARs? Here so generally all the HTML files in the Django will be created in a folder called as templates folder. What is that? Templates folder. So let us all give template folders. So templates. So templates means where we have to give. So you just need to create this templates folder. You just need to create this template folder in the main SMS project here in the SMS project. So if you give just templates, for example, that means you're creating main SMS project, or if you want to create in, for example, the sub one, so then SMS project / templates. If you want to create an app, for example, then student admin app / admin app is there in what? SMS project / admin app / templates, and like that and so on. So if you create this like this, so it will check in main SMS project. So generally, usually all the templates will be created in main project only. Okay, main project only. Or if you want to create with the subfolders and all, you can mention the folder name and / templates. So right. So just templates means what? You need to create folder here. So new, create a directory. So what is the directory? Templates. Check this spelling clearly, templates, because we have given templates. So here you create a new file called as HTML file called as index.html. Right. Now here, so here we give PFSD SDP demo as a title, or you can give your project name. What is the project name? SMS project, right? And here let's give one message is something like H2 ln is equal to center as student academic management system, right? Student academic management system. Okay. Let me give some PG color also. PG color is something like, let's take light gray. Right. Now I'm done with everything, and let me run this. So I want to check. Yeah, let me run this. No problem. I want to show one error actually. No problem. Go ahead. So now let me refresh this. So you got student academic system. And first, suppose, for example, if you want to create the templates folder, for example, in the admin app, for example, so you just need to give comma. So we just need to mention SMS project, the second SMS project, because directly you can give app name. What is the app name? For example, admin app / templates. templates. So you can just remove this part. Like this, you can give admin app slash. So I have created in the main SMS project. This is the sub SMS project. I hope you get it. So don't confuse. If you create templates in SMS project directly here, so you can find out. So let me check this Explorer. Open in Explorer. So here SMS project, here we have templates. If you want to have this as templates in the admin app, for example, then you need to give admin app slash templates. Like that, you need to give student app slash templates. So without any confusion, I have created directly in the SMS project. So just template is enough. So I'm done with this student academic management system. And let me just complete the remaining code also. So let me take href. So the first one is home. The next one is, for example, about project. So this is called as about project. And let me just go with the login part. And then let me just go with login part. And then we have contact us. Contact us. So let me refresh this. Super. So I'll add some space here in BSP. Non-breaking space. Right. So perfect. So when you click on home, so there is a one indication that curly brace, percentage, so URL space. So there is a one function we have written, right? So home means what? Which file will be open? Index.html. So write home here. Home. So whenever you click on home, so sir, what is this home? This home is called as URL name. So this is the URL name. Here you just mention here home is a URL name. I want to highlight this point because very important. So this indication is called as we are going to use for the navigation purpose. So for navigation purpose, we have to use this. So where home is URL name. Third argument in path method. Right. Now next one about project. Let's do one thing. Let me write the remaining functions also. About function. Let me just copy paste and already have a code. So make sure you can't take the same name for multiple methods. It's just about. So now here it is that about.html and then here login. So login. So this is login function. So this is the. Now this one is like last one is contact us. So let me take contact function. So the HTML file is contact. Right. So now contact. So now let me go to urls.py. I think we need to copy three things actually. 1, 2, 3. So let me just follow the order clearly so that the code will be organized and all. Right. So this is called as about. This is called as what is that? Login. This is called as contact. So I'm maintaining same name. So don't confuse. You can take. So let me just write one note point here. First argument, which we call it as URI, and third argument which we call it as URL name can be different. So names can be different. So here it is login, here it is contact. Without any confusion, what I'll do is I'll write contact us and contact so that you'll get to know both are different. Yeah. Now go to index dot. So let me copy paste this. So this is called as about. So you just need to take third argument. Login. Near it is what? Contact. So Let's create all the files in the template folder. So all files are created. So now I just want to extend the same code to this file, for example. So now I'm going to start talking about template inheritance. So what is template inheritance? So you can just you can inherit the code from one HTML file to other HTML file. Sorry. So let me start doing that. So now go to login page. I think second one is what about project, right? Yeah. So my server is still on. Let me go to my server is still on. Yeah. Now go to login page. Here, just mention here as curly brace percentage extends. So which file you want to extend? Index.html. Right. So now I can remove the title also because same will be extended. Perfect. So about project. So the same got extended. So when you click on login, when you click on log, so sorry. About only I need to check. About project. So login, contact us. So now let me choose one thing. Go to login. I'll remove the entire code. I'll use this index.html. Excellence. So refresh. Right. So extends this part. So let me just refresh this home. So when I click on about project, we got the code. Login, we got the code. Contact us, we got the code. So let me go to home page. Now I'll write one break here, and let me just write some heading like I am in home page. I'm in home page. Home page. So when you just replace this, so you got this I am in home page. Let me take more breaks, and let me just want to print by using T tag actually. T tag. P tag. So let me refresh this. Perfect. But when you click on about project, the same I am in homepage getting. So that means I want to change this part only. So what you have to do? So just do one thing. Whatever the content you want to change, whatever the content you want to change, so just put that in a new block. So percentage block, single quotes. I want to create a block called as, for example, body block. Body block. So now I just need to end this like this percentage. So end block and body block. Now copy paste this. Now go to contact dog control V. So I am in home page. Now let me write I am in contact page. Now here also I am in about page. Let me write in a small in only. So contact. So whatever the block you want to change, that part you need to create a new block called as like this. So this is called as, so let me write this. So this is called as, this we call it as start block or beginning of the block. And this we call it as ending block. And about the HTML, everything is perfect. This is in login. So this is login page. So refresh. So let me click on refresh. So about, I think we need to change the functions here. I think, yeah, that's a problem actually. So home dot, here we need to change the functions, about function. And so I'm just thinking that why we are getting same login function and contact us function. Now home, now about project. So we got about page. So now login page, contact us, contact page. For example, if I just remove this part, for example, so I just only extended. So when you go to login page, the problem will be you're getting home page, but I want to change that code only. Remaining code is same. Remaining code is same. I want to change that block of code only. So now, so create a new block called as like this. You can create multiple block also. Yeah, you can create like this. You can make another block under. So let me create one block. Right. So initial part is done. Initial part is done. Now the thing is like, let me go to, let me close all the tabs. Now go to admin app. So when you go to admin app, so we got the same files, but I don't have urls.py. So create urls.py in the every app. So urls.py. Done. Next one is, let me create urls.py in faculty app also. Same structure. I already told urls.py is for routing purpose. So there is a path method. So you can check the recording. You can see admin app, faculty app. So the next one is student app. Create a new Python file called as urls.py. Right. So what you have to do? So you just need to go to the SMS project. Go to this URLs. So from now onwards, I'm going to start writing URLs in the admin app, faculty app, and student app only, for example. So what you have to do? So now here you need to write path of double quotes slash include of. I just need to include admin app URLs, comma. So now click on this, import this name. There are two django.urls.include. So like this, let me copy this, paste here. So I'm including so every URL started from project only, project and then, for example, whenever you give, for example, slash, for example. So first it will check in the project URLs. So first it will check in the project URLs. First it will check in the project URL. Project urls.py, and then app urls.py. So you already included app urls.py in project, right? So this is like student app, and this is called as faculty app. So let me go to, it's done. So now you can just close this. Now admin app, faculty app. So let me do one thing. I will create a new HTML file called as admin home. New HTML called as admin home. So admin home template is different, right? Admin home template is different. I hope you got my point. So the landing page, so this home page template is different. The admin home page template different. So let me just use this title only. Admin home. In the admin home, what I'll do is I'll write like this. I think I can use the index.php. I can use this lecture directly. So no need of any block control. Here, let's take home. We will fill this later. And this is something like change password. We will fill this later. So I'm now the navigation bar for admin. So main navigation bar is something like, that is a project navigation bar. What we have: home, about, login, contact. Now the next one is admin navigation bar. So admin navigation bar is something like, so let me take home, change password, students, uh, just student and faculty and course, then finally log out. So let me use like that. So this is called as what? Student module. So I'm writing in the app URLs, right? Yeah. App URLs are included in the project URL. So faculty and then course. Then log. Right. So now go to, for now, let me just close the student and faculty. I'm just using which one? I'm just going to use only admin URLs. So let me close this, go to admin urls.py and views.py here. So this views.py is for which one? Admin app. You can check the path there, SMS project and then admin app. So this is admin home. So request of return space, render of request comma. So what is the use of render function? So we already talked about HTTP response. Now render function. So render function is used to render HTML files. We call it as templates. Request comma. What is the file name? I think it is adminhome.html. Super. Now go to admin app urls.py. Right? Admin app. I just want to write. I just want to copy paste some code from this. So close this. Now admin app. So now I don't want all this and all. I only need first one. So here import admin is not there. Include is not there. Only path. So path of the first one is admin home. Admin home. You can't give slash here or anything. I just want to repeat again. One note point here. All the URIs must be different. So whatever you have used already, you can't use that because in the project URLs, I have already used all these things. So let me use the new one. So admin home. So admin home and views dot admin home comma views dot admin home comma. Let me give one name which is called as admin home. So now let's go to this one. Curly brace percentage admin. Here, so here it is URL single quotes. So we already have NBSP here. Let's use them. Right. Now let's go to here admin home. So I think we need to check. Yeah. Refresh. Yeah. So can't be reached. I think let me check one thing. It is just getting reloaded. Let's do one thing. Let me stop the server. Manage.py. So it is just giving me one error. Okay, fine. I got it. So here I just mentioned name is equal to, because you remember, right? In the project URLs. Sorry, let me just open project URLs. So we have given name is equal. Sometimes when you don't give name is equal to, it will work actually, but I don't know why it is not. Let's okay. Name is equal. So let me run again. Let just stop. And okay. Stop. admin home dot path of. So it is just giving, don't appear to have patterns in it. If you see URL patterns with the valid patterns, then so I think from dot import from dot views from dot views import from dot import views. Change that. I think I already included here. Let me check that whether I'm including here or not. So let me check in the project actually. Project urls.py include of admin and the path admin app.urls. So okay, I think let me comment this as of now. Comment this. Let me comment this because we already created on the admin app only. So now in the admin app, let me go to urls.py, admin home, views.py, and the name is for admin home. Go to this render. So now, yeah, perfect. I think there is a, I think, is it a mistake for only for this one? Because we didn't create it. So let me check that. Why we are getting that? Yeah, that's the error. Because we didn't complete that URLs because those URLs.py are empty. That's the problem. Okay. Let me comment as of now. Because there is no use of it. Let me comment as of now. Right. Now refresh. So now when you click on home, admin home will be implemented. So let me write all the, so let me write for logout also, logout. So how to write the logout, comma. So this is something like admin logout. So no, you can't write path first actually. Let me complete views.py and let me just copy paste it. So admin home request. This is something like I just want to write for logout, admin logout, just logout is enough. And then which file we have to open? Admin logout, because you can directly log out to login.html. I don't have any problem in that. Like, right. So in the admin app path of, which is called as admin logout, to start logout name is equal to admin logout. Now go to your admin home. So now we have to add this logout part. So here it is admin. I think what is the URL name we have taken here? This one. Refresh this. So when you click on logout, so you got login page. I hope you're getting. So well, again admin home. So home, change password like this logout. So now, so I'm done with the main part of this main part. Now let's talk about the database part. Database part. I'm just going to create only tables only. I'm not using PostgreSQL. So we have to use models.py. So models.py. So now let's close all the tabs and all. So here in the admin app, there is a models.py, right? Here, you just need to create class. Let me just give a class called as, for example, admin of. So far what we have done is, I'll write here what we have done under. So we have done up to web application, web framework, and web application introduction. And then once I'm done with introduction and all, I just started what is Django framework and its advantages. And then I started talking about after this. I just started. I started. I started with the virtual env. Environment is a separate environment for every project. It's an isolated environment. And then I created Java project, which is called as SMS project. And I created three apps actually. Three apps. So Django apps we call it as. So what are those apps? Student admin app, student app, and what is that? Faculty app. And then I talked about the templates. We call it as HTML files. And then I talked about one method called as SDP response, which is called as to display the response. And then render method. And then one important point, urls.py and use.py. And then after this, I just talked about the path method also, which contains totally 3 arguments. And I just covered a concept called as template inheritance. And then I just talked about including app URLs in project URLs. .py. Now let's start about models.py. So class of. So what is model? So before going to that, we are just going to use a framework called as ORM. What is ORM? ORM is something like object relational mapping. So this ORM is something like mapping of RDBMS with OOPS concepts. That means what? If you want to create any table, we call it as class. And if you want to create any object, so that means record, or we call it as a tuple. So we call it as what? Object. And if you want to create any column, sometimes we call it as a field also. Here we call it as attribute. Attribute, sometimes we call it as property. So every operation, every CRUD operation will be performed through object. So what are the CRUD operations we have generally? So we have C means create. So create means what? Inserting the records or objects. R means retrieve. That means displaying records. / objects. And U means what? Updating records / objects. And D means deleting records or objects. Done. Now let me create a model by using a class. So where we have to create these models? So model represents class with set of properties / attributes and methods. These models can be created by using by using by using in can be created either in project or in app. Now we are creating in admin app. So in admin app there is a file called as models.py. Let's start. So now models.model. The first one is I want to create with some ID. ID is a, let me take model dot. There is a one field called as auto field. So auto field is a primary key. So you will not get this suggestion for the auto field. Just give primary underscore key is equal to true. In Python, Boolean variables are in Python. Boolean values are true, false. So primary key means what? Primary key is nothing but is equal to unique plus not null. That means we should give different values. Make sure you are giving the value. So it is a mandatory field. So not null means compulsory field. That means we need to provide the value. Unique means we need to provide different values. You can't give same values. Right. Now here I'm just taking username is equal to models dot. So auto field means auto increment. That means you'll get 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on by default. Models dot. Let me take a string field actually. I think it is char field. Yes. Now you need to give max length. I just want to give length as max as length. And I don't want to provide any default value, blank. Blank is nothing but blank is equal to true means null. Blank is equal to false means not null. So now we have to give blank is equal to false. So now username can be unique. So true. That means when unique is equal to true, that means it is a unique field. When unique is equal to false, that means which is not unique field. Right. So now let me just take a confirmation from students. Like I hope it is going well. And so even if you have any doubts also, you can just go through the video. Let me just take the confirmation. Can you just quickly check, confirm that whether this live is going well or not? You can check either way once you go home or once you go home. I'm just checking whether this live is getting proper or not, right? Just tell me. So just confirm in the chat. Perfect. Thank you so much, Anand. Sure. I'll share. So I will, let's do one thing. Can we go have one thing? I will create a link for this notepad file. I'll put it as a YouTube description. So it is easy to access, right? So that it's a drive file. So I'll put the link in the YouTube description. That will be fine, right? Yeah, it's good idea, right? Is there any other idea? So that if I use drive link control, it will be updated automatically. Yeah. So can I just get confirmation from other students also where the live is getting proper in your respective rooms, right? Just give me a confirmation. I think there is a delay between WebEx and the live. Like there will be like nearly 2 to 3 minutes delay between live and the WebEx. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much for your right. So I'll update the notes link in the description of the YouTube by end of by after 6 o'clock or so. So you can just go through the notes either way. Just confirm the remaining students also. Thank you. Perfect. Perfect. So now it's done. So let me take password also and models dot char field of max length is equal to some 100. You can just give any length based on, but password can't be unique, right? Yeah. So now next one is class meta. Class meta is something like database table name, admin underscore table. So what is this class meta? So generally, meta means the data which describes other data, the data which describes other data. So what is this meta, class meta? DB underscore table means you have to mention the table name. Mention table name. Sir, what if I don't mention table name? So if you don't mention table name, then then the class name will be same as the class name will be same as the class name will be same as table name. The same as. So whatever the class name you have given that is called as admin. So the table name will be same. Right. Now, like this, let me create another class. So which is called as course. So course models.model. And there is a one increment ID, not an increment ID. And then I just want to create with the course code. So course code, I think course code, I can go ahead with this same code. Course code. So no need to have this kind of lab. Just 20 is enough. Course code is unique. Yes, of course, course code is unique, right? Sometimes course code can be used for some other batches also. So don't want to take. And course title. In the course, we have ID, course code. Course title, I'm taking like up to 100. And so for which academic year you are using this course? So academic year means like 2023, 24. Course codes, for example, 21 TS 3001. And course title is like skill development project SDP. Here username is admin. Password also, for example, admin. Now here, so the table name is something like once we create it in the PostgreSQL. Next one, academic year. Which semester you want to use this for? Models.char field and which semester you want to use it for? Max length. Sem means like odd semester, even semester. I can just go with only 10 actually, and blank is equal to false. So which year you want to go for? Which year? Second year, third year. So models dot. I think we have an integer field actually. We can, if it is integer field, we no need to give the max length. So just blank is equal to false. So the course contains. So which department? I think we can give which department which is offering and all. So offering department. So semester, academic year. So let me give department also where in which it is running. So char field of max length of some 100 and blank is equal to false. Right. So what are the course details? Course model actually, course model. So we call it as table, course table. Model means class. Model means what? Class contains properties and methods. So this is a one class, right? So this contains three properties: ID, username, password. What is the method? There is no methods as of now. We will add later. Now course contains, admin contains ID, username, and password. And the course model contains ID, course code, course title, academic year, and department also there. Department, semester, year. So if I got any thought in future, then we can add. So let me just put this one order. So academic year will be at topmost priority. Department, first of all, department, and then academic year. And then in that academic year, we have semester. In this semester, we have year and then course code, right? So this is the order. Next one, class meta. So db underscore table is equal to, so let me just take course underscore table. Now, so now admin course is done. So let me create for student also. Student model. So ready. So ID. The next one is student ID. This ID is different. This ID is for the record ID 1, 2, 3, 4 and all. Student ID is like models dot. There is a one thing called as big integer field, right? And then no need to give max length because it's an integer field. And then we can give blank is equal to false. And very important, unique is equal to true because ID is unique actually. I hope you know. The next one is full name. I can use this actually. So okay. Full name will be up to like 100. So next one is gender male, female, others like up to 20 is enough. So next one is department. Which department is model, car field. So department I'm taking like up to 50. 20 is toward 50 because computer science and engineering, it is not just CS. So department, after that semester and year also. Semester and year. So department, after department, let's give one thing called as program. So program means whether it is BTech or MTech or something. So department means CSC or ECE or CSC or CSIT or AI and its. Program means BTech or MTech. Semester means art or event. Year means 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Gender means male or female or. Full name, for example, Ramakrishna. Student ID 2200030301. Year, semester is done. Department contains program contains semester contains year. So, and then let me use some password. Models dot char field models.char field. So max length is 100. And I want to give a default password. Before that, blank is equal to false. And default password is, for example, KLU123. So default is another. And then I want to give email address also. Email character. So 50 up to 100 characters. Up to 100 characters. Up to 100 characters. And you know, email is a unique field, right? Yeah. So email is a unique field. So email ID password is done. Let's take a contact number. Contact models dot. So you can use big integer field also. So generally, mobile number, we will not perform any operation. Generally, I'll follow a char field. As char means string field. Char field means string field. Let me write that point here. I think somewhere around I use char field actually. Okay. Char field means string. So max length is some 20. Blank is equal to. You can take big integer also. I'm going with the contact as a string because contact will not perform any operation. That's why. Unique is equal to. And then class meta database table db underscore table is equal to course underscore label. So student ID, full name, gender, his department, his program, BTech or MTech, his semester, year, password, email, contact. So if you want, you can add CGPA, backlogs, everything also. I'm just copy paste this. Sorry, it is not student. It is not course. It is student. Now I'm just doing for the faculty. So this is faculty ID. For example, 4654, my ID. And faculty full name. So faculty full name, JSU, okay. Gender, male or female or others, male, department, okay. And he don't have programs and all, right? In the department, he have a called, so we have called as qualification. So BTech or MTech or PhD. And apart from this, we have extra thing called as designation. This is very important, designation. Assistant professor. So we call it as professor, prof or assistant prof or associate prof. Now the next one is semester, no need. This one, no need. So password, email, contact. So now this is something like faculty. So I created 3 models finally. So next one is student model. The next one is faculty model. Total 4 models we created. 4 models actually. The first one is admin, course, student, and then faculty. Right. So one note point here is you need to be ready with PostgreSQL for tomorrow's class so that we can create a new database called as SMS project. And these 4 models, that means 4 tables, will be created automatically in database called as SMS project. Note point. Using ORM, object relational mapping, we no need to create tables manually. Tables will be created automatically. Based on models. Total how many models? 4 models. That's why we are given 4 tables. What are the tables we have? For course, for admin, what is the table name? admin underscore table. And for course, what is the table name? Course underscore table. And for faculty, what is the table? Faculty underscore table. And for what is the last one? I think it is student. For student, student underscore table. So we will create these tables tomorrow. Meanwhile, so what I've done so far actually, so we created SMS project, and we created 3 apps: admin app, faculty app, and student app. In the admin app, I created a templates called as, all the templates will be created in templates folder on, even it is admin app or student app. Even student app HTML files also will be created in templates only. If you want to change that, for example, go to settings.py. I told already, student app / templates. Now, in the models.py, model means is a class. So which represents a table actually. It contains properties and methods. So 3 properties. Here are some 6 properties, 7 properties totally. Here are some 8 to 9 properties and 8 to 9 properties here. Now, all of you go to so website called as projects.keruniversity.in. So projects.keruniversity.in. Make sure that you have created the account by using register now. So let me log in now. So give me okay. So now I just want to delete one. I have already created 6 projects, so let me just delete this project. One second, let me just delete the project. My account is The problem is my account is having already six project actually. So I can't create a new project. That's the problem. Um, let's do one thing. Let me just create a new account. So I can't create. So I can't create with a normal mail address. So explore projects. So I can't create with Kale mail address and all. So I'm not getting. Let me just delete one project actually as of now. Leave project. Leave. Now create new. Let me create explore projects. I'm just checking. I just need to delete the project. That's why I'm not getting new project. Let's do one thing. Let me take credentials of others. Uh, Faculty, can you just share your credentials of project.scalability.in with me? Any student also, whoever knows my Telegram, just ping me with your ID and the email address so that I'll create a new project because my limit got over. Only 6 projects only can create per account. So my limit got over. That's the problem. Can anyone send me your credentials like so that I'll create a new project here so that we'll complete this part. So tomorrow we will continue the database connection. Before that, let me just complete this part. Perfect. I just got a credentials from student, so I'm just going ahead with the. So I'm just going to create a project in the student account. Super. That's why I just stopped the screen actually. Yeah. Now, so this is the main project. So now click on new project. So this option I didn't get because my limit is got over. Create blank project. So project name. So I'm giving project name as SMS project, and make it as generally should be public or private, but I want every SDP student team must create this project with private only, not with public, but I am creating with the public. Why I'm creating public in the sense you can whatever the code I've done so far, you can just check the code. You can just take the code whatever you want. So I'm creating public, but I want you to create private. Your SDP projects must be private. Otherwise, that means you will get more plagiarism and all if you copy the code from one project to other project and all. My project is public because I want you to refer the code and all in my folders. So public. So read me. So this no need of any security testing and all. Click on create project. Click on create project. Right. Now the project is created. Don't show again. And perfect. So this is the readme everything and all. And now the first issue. So create a new issue. Issue is something like so Django project creation. So project name is, I think I already explained here. We can write the same. All modules are already written. So, and we have three modules. We have three modules, three roles we have actually, three roles. One is admin, second one is student, and next one is and faculty. So faculty. So let's do one thing. Django project is creation. Creation is something like the first one is create a Django project. Create Django project in what we call in PyCharm IDE. Run the server. So due date, for example, let me take today only. So I don't want to assign to anyone as of now. No milestone created, create issue. Issue got created. Now go to milestone. So what is a milestone? Let me just add some members. So members. So Ranganath is already there. So let me click on invite members. In the invite members, let me search for my name. I think, yeah, right. I want him to add as a developer or let me just take as a owner. Expiry date as optional invite. Let me just add another add as you want to add as owner. Right. So I'm just logging out. Now let me log in with my account now so that I can view my project. I can view it. So SMS project. Super. So now what are the issues we have? Issues is Django project creation. So let me create a new issue that is called as Django app creation. So create three apps. What are they? Admin app, student app, and the next one is faculty. You don't need to give the end date also. No, let me just create some milestones also. So it will be there in the milestone tab. So new milestone. my milestone name is only one milestone, that is skill week. So 1 week. Generally milestone is something like, we call it as sprint actually. You already know all these things, which you had a session also. Milestone, we call it as sprint. So sprint means 1 week, 1 week or 2 weeks time. So whatever the issues, what are the tasks you want to do during that sprint actually. So now skill week, the start date is today and the due date is 9th actually. So we just need to complete the project. So project with 3 modules, admin, student, and faculty. Right. Now, let me just go to issues. So let me just go to the first issue called as student Django app creation. Now here is the option called as milestone, edit it and choose skill week. So done. Now go back and create and choose second one and update the milestone as skill week. Skill week. Right. Now when you go to the plan milestone, now you got open issue. So let me click on these 2 issues and I think the first issue is done. So let me click on that, choose option called as, so we can just, there is a one option called as close issue. Now click on close issue. That means it is done. The next one is, so closed issues are Django app creation. Now Django project creation is also done. So let me close them. Right, perfect. So now I've already done. So let me just show you. So let me stop this. Let me stop this. Now, let me just go to CD space SMS project again. So how to open when you close the PyCharm? So if I close the PyCharm, for example, so now, for example, you close this. Now open PyCharm again. Open PyCharm again. So you will get this screen. So you can directly click on this SDP project. So this is the project. So click on this. Right. Once you're done, now here use CD space SMS project, because SMS project where our manage.py is there. CD space SMS project. Now Python space manage.py space. You can use upper arrow 4654. Now let me open this in Chrome. Now here, let me just go to /home. So when the days coming, like in the future days and all, I'll apply CSS, everything and all, images also, don't worry. So now go to login page. So in the login page, now let me just go to login page. Where is this login page? I think in templates. Here, I need to take one form actually. Form which contains a label as enter username. So this I want to take as a heading actually, H3 admin login. For now, I'm just doing for admin login. Later we can do. I'm just developing the form. Align is equal to screen. line. So let me put this in table. No. This form is in table. So I'm just showing the basic form and all, remaining forms and all we can create straight away directly. So this is TR. TR contains first one as label and the input tag. Input type is equal to text. Name is equal to some name of the field and required is equal to true. Or you just take required, that's enough actually. Now this should be in 1 TD. This is also should be in 1 TD. And then this should be in 1 TD, that is second column. So one. Now let me copy paste this. Now the enter password. This is password and this is PWD. And make this table ln is equal to center. Right, admin login. So I just want to give some underline for admin login. So let me add some button here. So button. For button, you have only 1 TD. I hope you know that. That is input type is equal to submit. Now we can take other TD also, which is called as clear. You can't take name, everything and all, it is value, which is called as login. And there is a clear button called as reset, we call it as, and this is called as clear. And let me choose ln is equal to center. And some breaks I want to give between this. So just use tr, td, some space and all. I just want to give 2 row space actually. You can develop like anything. Login page, that's up to you. I'm just showing you some example. So home means I'm in home page and about project. About project is all about project contains 3 modules, 3 roles. We call it as admin, break, student, break, faculty, break. And login, contact us, right? So my important point, you check the document we have in the, the document we have print. So the document is, let me just open the document. I want everyone to ready with PostgreSQL database by tomorrow's class. Very important because we already created all the 4 models. So now we are going to use these 4 models in the database table called as SMS project. So all of you use this link, postgresql.org. So let me just show you. Go to PostgreSQL download and choose Windows. Here, download the installer. Here we have Mac OS, everything and all. So we just need to go for Windows. I install 15.5 or 14.9, anything. No need to use 16 because it's the latest version. So go with the 15.4 or 14.9. Just click on this. So that new file will be downloaded. I hope you're getting. New file will be downloaded. So click here. So it is just getting downloaded. Just save. And the installation will take nearly 15 to 20 minutes. Just complete that and come for the tomorrow's class, right? So I already told what I have done so far clearly. I just written every concept which we discussed as of now. Let me just show that part actually. I think I explained, yeah. So these are the concepts. And here I just want to add one thing. We started models, which is called as ORM framework. I created totally 4 models actually, 4 models. And I created GitLab account. I've shown you GitLab account and project creation and issues. And the next one is a milestone. So tomorrow's class agenda is we will create all 4 tables automatically in PostgreSQL, and we'll complete student and student comma faculty and course module. That means CRUD operations. Very important. So I want you to be ready with the PostgreSQL software. Software is PostgreSQL. So check the recording once you go home. Just complete the today's task and ready with the PostgreSQL software. And I'll share this notepad file also in the YouTube description. Can you guys confirm once like regarding today's class? Except the network issues, I hope we can go ahead like this. Let me give a chat option in the YouTube. So I'll give you a notepad file, whatever I typed as of now. You can check the YouTube description. And tomorrow we will I'll show you how to push the code and all. Push and pull the code. For now, you just check the recording and complete all the tasks and all. There is no code and all today, like the normal models code only. So tomorrow the models code only the biggest code we have today, but remaining and all like same clear. So you just check the live and complete all the tasks and all. So just confirm. I think today's live is perfect, and you can just go through the missing concepts of today's class once you go home and all. Make sure you complete the concepts. So you can check with your faculty, section faculty. They will help you, or you can come to me tomorrow in your break time. Can you just give faculty? Can you just take the confirmation from students in every room? Can you reply me in the chat? All the faculty, those who are watching, those who are projecting this live in faculty and students as well. So just I want a confirmation from every student regarding the today's class. I'll make sure I'll share the notes through link in the YouTube description. Thank you for your feedback, Anand. Okay, sure. I'll give time in between. Yeah, sure. So tomorrow either way we'll have a lot of breaks and all, because the setup and all every time will